of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know,
it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the second regional qualifier for ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals. This time we're at HAVOK Nation Pune and we have Formatic going up against Raz. First quarter final of the day. It's gonna be exciting. I'm being told we also have a player, Ariel, who's come all the way from Rajasthan to take part, who was one of the top players in the online phase as well. We're gonna see a quick single. Actually, he's gonna try and scramble back for two. The dive gonna take him safely back into the crease. Oh, it's Aniel, not Ariel. All right, Aniel. All right, first ball, 2 runs for Raz. Right arm, slow ball. It's a good drive, but deep cover cuts that off. Just the 2. Actually, what? Decides to sneak a third? Well, that's a big mistake there. And that should be the first player down for Raz. Second batsman in. 4 for 1. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because all players do run default skills only. So quick single back out. Slow start to the innings for Raz. Nice ball, in swinger. Raz tries to free his arms, but no connection between bat and ball. It's a bull shot, but there's a fielder in the inner ring to cut that off. Fast ball in and completely beats Raz there. Lets the ball go by. That skidded off the surface. Just way too fast, and Raz decides to just let it go. Formatic with a good job there in the first over. Able to restrict Raz for just the 6. Left arm around the wicket. Spin is going to be the choice in, and he works it towards the leg side, but he might be in some trouble. The dive is a little late, and Raz loses yet another wicket. He's touch and go there. They try to keep rotating the strike, and that time, despite it being an underarm throw, the dive coming in a tad bit too late. Formatic with an impressive bowling performance here. I think he's going to be able to restrict Raz to below 20 unless he can start putting on some runs. Another slow ball. Straight back to the fielder. Looking at the runs around, he has been working the leg side a wee bit more. Of course, he did have the left-hand, right-hand combination as well. Hasn't really phased Formatic though, who's restricted Raz to just singles and 2s thus far. And with just 3 more balls to go, Formatic will have the advantage here in this first quarter final. Straight up at the stumps. Ooh. Beats the inside edge. Raz looking for the drive through the offside. Last 2 more balls to go. And he's going to stick with this. A quick leg spin, quick single. Formatic's more than happy to give away these singles. He's en route restricting Raz for a very small total. Last ball of the innings. And he gets stuck in front of the pads. Up goes the finger. I don't see the point of contesting this, but hey. Batsman Yeah, he's not going to do anything. So dot ball and a wicket to close out the innings for Formatic. He just needs the 10 runs now in the second innings to take the first match and move on to the semi-finals. Ten runs of 12 balls. One of the smallest totals we've seen thus far in WCC Rivals ILG Cup Season 3 tournaments. For people wondering, hey, how do I be part of this? There are 4 qualifiers happening. We had the qualifier last week at Bengaluru. This weekend it's at Pune. Next Sunday it will be at Mumbai, and the Sunday afterwards at Kolkata. You can check out the information on the ILG Cup Facebook page. And also check out, oh, no ball. Raz gets off to a pretty bad start. 3 runs and a free hit. And for Matic, it just gets easier from this point on. 7 of 12. He can swing his arms and he's got a huge one. Smacks that over mid-wicket. 1 bounce. It's going to go all the way. Three of 11. He should be able to finish this off in style. Swings his arms. Does get cut off, so it should just be the 2 to tie the scores. And with 10 more balls remaining, Formatic emphatically dismisses of his competition here in the quarterfinal. And will be someone to watch out for as the semi-final comes in. He's going to sneak a quick single, and they're going to appeal for that regardless. That was a no ball as well. So there you go. Formatic takes the victory. We will take a quick break. We'll be back shortly with more quarterfinal action leading up to the semi-finals and then the grand final for WCC Rivals at the Pune Regional Qualifier. Do stick around.
When you walk in the room, you're still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late.
Welcome back, everybody. Second quarterfinal of the day. This time we're playing Money versus Varsity. Another quarterfinal. I do believe the winner of this will go up against the winner of the first match today, the Formatic, in the first semi-final. It will be Varsity batting first. It's got a right-hand batsman in. Left hand around the wicket, pace for Money to open things up in the second quarterfinal of the day. A quick nudge towards short third man, and they will sneak a single, and it's a no ball. Free hit to Varsity. The field settings, I have a lot of fielders in the inner ring on the offside. Onside, there's a wide, and that's going to go for 4 wides there. Completely out of reach. The dive comes in from the wicket-keeper, but it's way too far away. And it is still 0 balls bowled. Money, I do believe, made it to the quarterfinals at the Bengaluru regional qualifier here. Ball comes in, and he smashed that out of the park. Into the side stands. It goes all the way for a huge 6. Yeah, I think that should be a record for the highest number of runs scored in one ball. After one ball, rather. Second one, same treatment. This time, over the infield on the offside. One bounce. And Varsity is off to an amazing start here. Slow ball. And the drive goes straight to extra cover, and the dive is going to bring him back in. Sneaks a quick single. Keeps the strike rotating, and Varsity is on track to get a huge total in. Next ball straight forward. It's gonna hit him on the pads. I think it was sliding down past the off stump, which is why we didn't see an appeal go down. Yorker length. This time he's gonna sneak that towards mid wicket. It's gonna be the 2 runs. I think we're gonna read a quick resync back into this, but it is Warsi who's continuing to dominate here in this quarterfinal matchup. He's got 18 runs of the first 4 balls, so it doesn't really need to go for the big ones. He can just pretty much work the ball around for singles and twos, and he's still going to be in a fabulous position. Right, we're back in first over in 22 runs. Money has done some significant damage control at the end of that first over, considering Warsi was up to about 13 runs, I believe, after the first ball. So 6 balls later, only 10 runs conceded. Money is still pretty much in this, but he's still going to be up against a huge total. Outside edge, down to short third man. Quick single sneak there by Warsi. 4 more balls to go. Warsi's going to be thinking about a total around the 40 mark here. 16 or 4. He's going to need a few boundaries, maybe even a 6 to eventually get there. But right now, deep mid wicket comes into play. 2 runs. Warsi unable to get the loft shots in, is sticking to just working the ball on the leg side and going in for those 1s and 2s. In swinger, and now he gets the loft in. Manages to pierce the gap between deep extra cover and long off. 1 bounce goes the way, and Warsi hits the 30-run mark. 2 more balls to go. Into the pads. Quick flick towards fine leg, and he's going to try and sneak 2. Should comfortably make it in. Last ball of the innings. Runs. He's worked a lot more on the offside. That big one down the track. Certainly the highlight of this innings for Warsi. And he's going to go for another big one, but long off. He's going to comfortably take that catch. And Money closes things off with a wicket. He's still got a significant total to chase here, as Warsi posts up 33 to win. 16.5 runs per over. Mind you, that's not a very big total in WCC Rivals. But I think it's still going to be advantage Warsi, as Money moves into bat. Right hand pace for Warsi. First ball in. Warsi goes for the swing. Oh, the inside edge. Just about sneaks past the wicketkeeper. It's going to come to a halt. And I think that's Warsi. How much has he gone for? Has he gone for just the single? No, Money actually didn't run for that. So a dot ball in, as Money decides not to take. I think there was about 2 runs on the offering, but wide outside, the off stump, no wide call. Just past the line, and 2 expensive dot balls coming in for Money. He's chasing a big total. Not the biggest ones, but it certainly is a much harder task now that he's got 3 dot balls. Actually, he's going to try and sneak the single and will at the end easily make it. Regardless, Varsi has got a significant advantage into this. Outswinger completely beats Money. 1 for the over called. Good traction off the wicket as well. He gets the ball. Swinging dangerously at Money, and is only managed to get the 1 run. Goes for the huge swing, knowing very well that runs per over just keeps heading up and up, and the miss is only gonna make things worse. Only the 1 run conceded. Last ball of the over, and Money will be able to dispatch that off towards fine leg for a 4. Consolation for what has been an amazing over for Varsi, and the run rate just went up to about 28 required here off the final over. Will require some big shots from Money if this is indeed to be a reality of Money making it to the semi-finals, and it's gonna beat him completely there. Varsi almost certainly now inching closer and closer by the ball towards that semi-final berth. Inside edge. This time he's gonna go for the runs. He's managed to get 1, sneaking back for the 2. Fine leg, long way off, allowing Money to come back for the 2, but in the grand scheme of things, he's still so far behind. 26 more required. 4 balls to go. He needs the 6s, but he's not going to find anything. He's thinking about going for the single, but that would have been an easy run out gifted to Varsi, but another dot ball. Money at this point of time is just going to play for redemption. He's going to look for at least a couple of big ones to close out the innings on a high, but Varsi will move on to the semi-finals to go up against Formatic. That's going to be a crazy game. Did see Formatic put up a really good bowling performance in the previous match as well. Will be interesting to see which one of these 2 will make it through the bracket to the grand finals. Last ball of the innings, 8 on the board for Money, and he's gonna go out in style. Goes for the ABD shot, and that will be a 23-run win for Varsi. Congratulations, he will move on to the semi-finals. We will be back shortly with the last quarter-final game. Anil takes the stage. Welcome back to the last quarterfinal game of ILG Cup Season 3. Pune Regional Qualifiers live from HAVOK Nation. We have one of our tournament favorites, Aniel, having traveled all the way from Rajasthan to be part of the regional qualifier. Will be heavy favorites in this match, going up against HAVOK Lucifer. Here we have Aniel batting first. Left arm, right arm over the wicket to the left-hand batsman, and he makes room. He starts off big. And oh no, Lucifer, no ball. We're talking about, what is that, 12, 13 runs being the most we've seen of one ball. If Aniel can hit another big one, I think we're going to match that. Makes room on the leg side, and it's another big one. 2 of 2. HAVOK Lucifer needs to change up his line and length. Can't bowl the same deliveries again. He's done it twice now. And Aniel goes for 3. 3 balls, 3 sixes. He's putting on a show here, showing us why he is the tournament favorite. Next ball in, and it's a sweep shot. Down to fine leg is good. They're going to be able to scramble back for 2. Oh no. Lucifer, oh no. Just the 2 balls done, and Aniel, he might get caught here. He does. Oh no, that was a free hit. Never mind. They get false excited right there, but he's gonna bowl another no ball. Oh lord. HAVOK Lucifer. Back-to-back free hits for Aniel, and there's already up to 24 runs of 2 balls. He's gonna go for the Yorker length, and he just smashes that over mid-wicket. 1 bounce, hurries itself towards the boundary rope. Needs to change things up here. He's pretty much giving Aniel balls in the hitting zone, and that one's gone the distance out of the stadium. It's an absolutely massive one. 34 of just the 4 balls already. This one should get taken pretty comfortably. It does. In the outfield, he goes for a similar shot. This time he manages to hit it a lot more squarer. And deep mid-wicket easily comes around, takes the catch. Aniel loses his first batsman. But he's got a behemoth of a total already up on the scorecard, and he's not done just yet. Even with the first over, last ball coming in. HAVOK Lucifer surprisingly deciding to open things up with spin. Hasn't really worked out at all for him. He makes some room, and it's just a nudge down towards short third man, quick single. 35 of the first over. HAVOK Lucifer. I don't think he's going to go back for spin anymore. He's gone for medium pace. An opportunity at having a lot more variations. Something that you always need to do in WCC Rivals to keep your opponents guessing. And Aniel, see if he's up to the challenge. Makes room on the leg side, and he's going to go for another dangerous shot. The one that did get a wicket the last time around, but doesn't really scare him. He still goes for the big loft. This time, however, he's only going to be able to secure the 2 runs. Ball towards the middle stump, makes room, and this time he finds the gap between third man and mid-wicket, and it's a no ball as well. An additional run, an additional ball, a free hit as well. Can't give too many of those away to Aniel, and he's going to go for the punish, but luckily he did have long off, so able to sneak back just the two. HAVOK Lucifer needs to do some serious damage control here in the last 4 balls. He can't afford to give away too much, but Aniel's not going to be denied a 4. Just uses the pace of the ball there over the infield. Another no ball. We're looking at a total in excess of 60 right now for HAVOK Lucifer to chase. Yorker length, the helicopter shot. Long on's got no chance there. Time to perfection, and it's going to be the 1 bounce to the boundary rope. 53. The 50 comes up for Aniel, and it's just in 9 balls. He's going to go exact same shot, exact same result. It's another free hit. 3 balls to spare. He makes room. This should get cut off. Yeah, he did. Just the 1 bounce. $60 for 1 with 2 more balls to go. Makes room on the onside. And this time, it's a boundary. He's been going for that shot time and again, and unfortunately, Lucifer has been pitching it up. He's trying to get that Yorker length, but Aniel is just so comfortable for him to find that gap for that exact same delivery. That Lucifer should be looking at doing something completely different. Same ball again. Same shot again. Same result. Another 4. And I think we need to resync back in. There we go. Last ball of the innings. And it's 69 up for Aniel. It's going to cross the 70 mark. Oh, the wide. There you go. Cool as a cucumber. Wait. I think that was a disconnect there coming from HAVOK Lucifer. Don't go anywhere. We'll just quickly rejoin back in to see how HAVOK Lucifer's chase turns out. Don't go anywhere.
Butterfly dancing in the sky, spreading wings, flying high. Colors reflect into your eyes. Lush, baby, laugh. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me.
All right, for people who are tuning in, that was in fact a victory to Aniel, because HAVOK Lucifer just gotten so many no balls. So, yeah, way too many no balls there from HAVOK Lucifer. Gives the win over to Aniel. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly with the semi-finals. Do stick around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first semi-final of the Pune regional qualifier. We have Varsi going up against Formatic. This is gonna be an interesting one. Both players. Oh, that ball in. Starts off with spin. Does Varsi and completely bamboozles Formatic there on the first ball. Something we didn't get to see too much during the online tournament phase. Players using a lot more of spin bowlers. Let's see if Varsi can make a good argument for starting off with spin. Just the 2 runs of the first 2 balls. Outside the off stump, and oh, the big one coming out from Formatic. Frees his arms and smashes it over deep mid wicket. There was no chance there for Varsi. It's outside the off stump. He's still going to be able to work that on the onside. Comfortable 2 picked up. Ten of the first 4. He's got some distance to cover though, considering they did give away a dot ball early in the over. And another one. Premeditated shots here from Formatic as he tries to make some room back again to hit that ball on the onside. I think that's in consideration of the fact that there are 3 feeders on the boundary rope on the offside. He doesn't feel too comfortable going for that. Man on the boundary rope gets called back into play as Formatic sneaks back for 2. 12 runs of the first over. Second over. Varsi goes for right hand pace to the right hand batsman. It's a slow ball in and it's completely gonna beat Formatic. He was into the drive so early. The ball hadn't even reached him at that point of time. The change of pace catches Formatic off guard and Varsi able to sneak another dot ball. Formatic continues working the ball on the leg side even with the right hand batsman. Ooh, almost overthrows there. Good work from the keeper. A lot of fielders inside the inner ring. Varsi looking to cut off the singles. He's going to go in with a bouncer. Alright, with just a 1 bounce. Third man should be able to come comfortably back for the 2. 3 more balls to go. 16 on the board. Formatic, not the biggest of totals that he would have hoped for. He needs a couple of big ones here. He needs to get close to that 30-run mark to give Varsi a run for his money. Pitched up, and Formatic gets offered an opportunity. Quickly grabs that with both arms and sends that sailing out of the stands. 22 now. And if he can find another big one, all of a sudden Varsi might just be up against a fight here. The pull shot, only the 2. Considerable amount of runs around. The 2 big shots. He has not worked the ball straight down the wicket. It's just been the sides, but it has been pretty effective as he beats the fielder in the inner ring. Might even run down all the way to the boundary rope. Can he cut it off? No! Third man lets it run by, and Formatic finishes off the innings in style. 28. And Varsi needs 29 now to secure a slot in the grand finals. So close. Can Formatic do it with the ball as well? Varsi will still be heavily favored to run this down. Any total below 30 should be easily achievable. But it is not the online phase. It is happening on land, so there will be nerves coming into play. First ball. Right arm over the wicket, and yeah, Warsi, what a start. Just opens up the face of the blade. A big one. That's going to ease the pressure off this chase. 23 required of 11. Second ball in, and it's another big one. Oh my God. Warsi, what a start to the chase. Saying 29 was pretty formidable. There's only a Formatic can stop the bleed, but looks like Warsi is here to finish this off as fast as he can. In swinger, this time goes straight to the fieldsman. It's a catch given up, and Warsi loses his first wicket in dramatic fashion. 2 big sixes, but Aman finally has to make his way back to the pavilion. Right arm around the wicket to the left-hand batsman. There's a lot of fielders in the inner ring, and Warsi seems absolutely unfazed by that wicket. He's going to continue to swing away. Goes flying past the side screen. It goes the distance, and it's just 11 required now of 8 balls. In swinger. Going to quickly race over to third man, and they're going to try and sneak the 2 runs regardless. A flatter throw would have made things a little interesting, but as things stand, it's the last ball of the first over. Warsi did get a lot of work done here, and he's got 1 more ball to go. And he's going to finish that off in style. Goes just over mid-off. 1 bounce all the way, and now it is just 6 runs required of 6 balls. Formatic, a very good effort, but just did not have enough runs on the board. And Warsi coming out, guns blazing, just runs everywhere. 3 sixes. Is now probably just going to be more than happy taking the singles. Run a ball will get the job done. He doesn't need to go for the big ones, and Formatic knows this. He's moved in all the fielders into the inner ring, trying to starve Warsi for the singles, at least forcing him to go for the lofts. But regardless, Warsi doesn't care. Just keeps nudging it down to cover and sneaking the singles. 4 of 4. If he sees one to be hit, he's going to be able to move up. And yeah, gets it past. I believe that was slip. He will be able to get the 2 runs. 2 of 3. Warsi slowly but surely coming towards that finish line. And that looks like it's a white ball. He's going to let it go by. That ties the score. 1 of 3. Warsi is going to the grand finals here. Nudges it down to mid-on for the single, and he is your first grand finalist for the Pune Regional Qualifier for ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals. Big shout out to the sponsors: title sponsor ILG, powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors Next Year Multimedia and Kaspersky, GPU partner Galax, and his drink partner Monster Energy. This is Shade Slayer. BRB shortly with the second semi-final. All right, we're back with the second semi-final. It is Aniel up against Ratsi. There's one clear favorite here in Aniel, but I'm gonna keep cheering Rats on for this one. Rats did win the toss and decide to bat first. Aniel. Fielders in the inner ring on the offside, and Rats able to sneak a 2 off the first ball. And I think he's run out. Up goes the finger. The dive didn't come in time. He decides to sneak a run that wasn't there at all in the first place. And Ratsi loses the first wicket. Aniel off to a good start yet again, this time with the ball. He's going for the Yorker length, actually outside the off stump, and he's going to completely beat Rats' outside edge. 2 balls, 1 for 1. Outside the off stump, and Ratsi stuck on the crease. No footwork whatsoever. It's going to make things harder for him to reach the ball. Yorker length, in swinger. It's coming in slow, but he opens up the face of the blade. Cover drive, straight to cover. Does manage to sneak the single in. But singles are not going to cut it right now for Ratsi. He's just so far behind. Only managed to get the 2 runs of the first 4 balls. He needs some big shots here. In swinger, maze room, but it's only the underside and the dive. Oh no. Ratsi gets a run out. Second time this over. Trying to run a very tight single. Bear in mind, Aniel did get 70 runs in his first innings the last time around. So Ratsi needs to do a lot more here. 2 of 5 balls. Another Yorker length delivery. Does get worked on the leg side, and he might just find a 4 here. He does. Runs all the way to the boundary rope. Ratsi coming in there with the power drive. Six runs of the first over. Aniel is going to stick with pace. Left arm over the wicket. In swinger, straight to the bowler, and he's going to stop the run. The bowler collects it, and immediately the batsmen scurry back. Slow ball. Missed time, but this is definitely going to be run out. The finger goes up. Ratsi just couldn't time that ball there. Straight to point. The throw comes in, and Ratsi was so far out of the crease. Right, 6 for 3, 1.2 overs in. Wide outside the off stump, and it's a single sneaked in. They're still gonna go for the appeal. Regardless, there's 3 more balls to go. And Aniel has done a really good job of restricting Ratsi thus far. And the top edge might just be a catch. No. Barely manages to Squeeze the gap. He goes for 3. There was no really a 3 there. It's another wicket down. Two balls in this first innings for Ratzi. Fine leg is inside the circle and will only be able to find the 1. Last ball coming up, Ratzi. Just that 1-4. On the right side, it's been pretty downhill from that point on. He manages to get the 11 runs. And Aniel needs 12 off 12 to move on to the grand finals to go up against Varsi. Should be a relatively easy chase for Aniel here. Right arm around the wicket to the left-hand batsman. First ball of the second innings. Aniel makes room and starts off in style. Goes all the way, and now it's just 1-6 away from closing things off and moving into the grand finals. Ball straight into the middle stump, and yeah, it's just 2 balls, 2 big 6s. Aniel moves in to the grand finals up against Varsi, closes things off in style. Just the 2 balls taken. We will take a quick break for about 10 minutes time. When we are back, we will have Aniel go up against Varsi in a 5-over grand final to see who will be the second player qualifying after Wargasm to the grand finale of the ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals Tournament. This is Shade Slayer. See you folks soon.
Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold? Don't know what it takes to make it through the day. Though I'm standing here, that you walk away remains my greatest fear. I'd lie I'm not yet free, but I've got this fear that I'm not either in my bones, you see. So we can only hope to hold the others strong, and in the arms of grace will be your love, will be your song. I'd like to be a voice without a way, melody floats above the rain. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody floats above the rain. But I'm coming down like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down like a cannonball. Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold?
Butterfly dancing in the sky, spreading wings, flying high. Colors reflect into your eyes. Lush, baby, love. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me. When you walk in the room, you're still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. You call to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only drink for you. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Grand finals for ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals Pune Regional Qualifier between Varsi and Aniel. 5 overs per innings to see who will be the second player qualifying to the grand finale after Wargasm. I'm Shade Slayer and I'll be your commentator for this game. Aniel will bat first. This is going to be a treat to watch. Aniel, yeah, mind you, a few no balls from his opponent. I believe that was Jaguar. It did manage to get 70 runs of 2 overs. Lucifer rather, never mind. Alright, first ball of the innings. Right arm around the wicket. And Aniel nudges that down to third man. And should be able to come back for 2. Slow start. Varsi, a pretty formidable opponent as well, and Aniel needs to pace his innings here. The 5 overs format is completely different to the 2 over format. It's very hard to keep that momentum rolling, go for the lofts every single time. Next ball in. Outside the off stump, he moves himself up, and that's the first big one. 1 bounce. Over extra cover, goes for a 4. I think Aniel is going to be aiming for the 120 mark, and he's well and truly on his way now. Same spot, but this time it goes the distance. Starts off with a huge one there, and it's 14 runs with 2 balls to go in the first over. Varsi, slow ball in, and this might carry to the fielder on the outer ring. It does. Change of place from Varsi. Catches Aniel on the wrong foot. The loft not timed well this time around, and the first wicket does go down. Varsi is gonna be on cloud 9 at the moment. Wicket plus dot ball. He's feeling good. The pressure of playing in a land final doesn't seem to have gotten to Aniel just yet. Left-hand batsman goes out, right-hand batsman comes in, smashes it back to the same place for a 6. Out come the Smileys as well. And that will be 20 runs of the first over. 20 runs is the average that you would expect per over, especially in this format. Next ball. Over mid-wicket. Quick boundary again. A flat one at that. Aniel has shown us that that's the area that he likes to work. There's a big gap though. There's a field change. Big gap on the offside. And he's going to try and tantalize Aniel into making some room. Yeah, he does. And the field placement wouldn't have really mattered as it goes the distance again. This time hit in front of the wicket. It just opens up the blade. Then comfortably clears the boundary rope. Next ball, same result again. The fielders in the inner ring can only stand and watch as the ball goes sailing by. Quick change. He's going to come from around the wicket, and it's going to be the same result. Another 6. Aniel starts to pick up momentum. He's in form. And he's going for the big ones. 42 And it's 2 more balls to go. Anyal all the way from Rajasthan here at Pune this weekend, and he's here to win it. 1 bounce over the boundary rope, 46. And despite the slow start, the second over, he's completely demolished the spin attack. He's going to close things off with a quick 2. 48 at the end of 2 overs for the loss of 1 wicket. Wait a second. Did that change over? All right. Looks like we did get a small bug. Despite it being set, we're going to go for 2 overs. So we're going to play a best of 3 instead with 2 overs. So change of plans for the grand finals as the first ball comes in. Dot ball to open up the innings. Wide outside the off stump, and the reverse sweep from Warsi goes to the boundary rope. A quick boundary to open up the innings. Slow ball in, and it's smashed straight down. Should beat the fielder at mid-off, and it's just going to trickle down. Long on had no chance, long off rather, trying to make that long rotate across, but 8 of the first 3. Warsi needs to go for the big ones. Slow ball in the gap, 1 bounce. Third man will be able to cut that off though. Comes back for the quick 2. 10 of 4. So for the finals, we'll be playing best of 3 2-over matchups. This is match number 1. Shot. We'll fetch Warsi a couple. And with the last ball of the first over coming up, ball straight up. Slow ball in and flicked off the pads. This should be a comfortable catch for deep mid wicket. Up goes the finger and Anyal strikes big. Warsi. First over comes to an end and Warsi is so far behind. He needs 39, I believe, of the last over, which is mathematically impossible. Actually, he's got it. He's sitting at 12. So 37. He can tie it with 6 sixes, assuming Warsi doesn't, Anyal rather, doesn't bowl a no ball or a wide. And first ball gets worked off the pads for a 2, and with that, I think that is pretty much curtains. So Anyal will take the first match of this best of 3, and it's just 1 game win away from closing out the grand final. Second ball in. The helicopter shot will carry straight to mid-wicket. Up goes the finger. Another wicket goes down. The hearts come out from Aniel, but Varsi's not gonna be a happy man. It's a tough total put up by Varsi to chase. Unfortunately, he's floundered a bit in that first over, and the second over isn't going all that great either. Manages to get back for the single. 15 for 2. 3 more balls to go. Straight into the pads. Flicked down to fine leg for a quick 2. Second one called in a wee bit late, but the throw not on point there for a run out opportunity. But at 17 for 2, Varsi is mathematically out of this, but he's just going to be trying to build some confidence, some momentum moving into the second match of this finals. Last ball of the innings. "31 runs will be worked for a 2. And that is Varsi taking the win by 28 runs. Aniel rather taking the win by 28 runs in that first match. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back shortly with match number 2. Will Aniel close things off and walk away with the championship, or will Varsi force a deciding game 3? Do stick around.
I love you so. So why must it be that I break everything I hold?
Butterfly dancing in the sky, spreading wings, flying high. Colors reflect into your eyes. Blush, baby, laugh. Close to me, close to me, so close to me. Close to me, so close to me.
All right, welcome back to match number 2. Second ball of the innings. Now goes for a big one, and it does clear the infield. Ball in swinger, shot, does make its way past the infield, and the fielder is actually all the way up. Third man will be able to cut that across as the ball comes to a stop. They've chased back up for just the 2 by the looks of things. Yeah, 8 runs of the first 3 balls. Warsi is off to a very good start here in match number 2. In swing goes super fast. Hits him in the pads. They sniggle back for a single. Onto the pads, he flicks it off for a quick single. I think they should be able to scramble back for 2. Yeah, 2 runs secured. Last ball of the first over. $11 runs of the first over. Not the best of starts for Warsi. This time he's going to be able to swing his arms, but it goes straight to the fieldsman, and he's going to sneak his way back for 2. 2 runs in. Warsi sitting at 13 after 1.1. Shots pretty much around the park. A couple of shots in front of the wicket as well. Into the pads. Flicked across, and this might actually find the gap. No, the fieldsman able to cut that off. He's thinking about maybe sneaking a 3rd there. And this one's going to be timed well, but there is in fact, long off in position. He's going to try and sneak a 2. It's going to be very tight, the dive. No, it's not going to be in time. Onto the middle stump. This time he's gonna be able to hit this much straighter. Long off, not gonna be able to cut that off this time around, and Warsi able to get himself up to 19 runs. Two more balls to go, and Warsi this time has got a big one. Goes all the way for a big one, and 25 now with 1 ball remaining. Warsi looking at redemption. Needs another big one to make things interesting here. 25 is going to be relatively comfortable for Aniel, and yeah, he gets the wide ball. Just about misses the pads. Top edge. Going to land between 3 players there, allowing Warsi to come back for 2. And Aniel needs 29 to be crowned champion of the Pune regional qualifier for WCC Rivals. The chase from Aniel. 29 to be crowned champion. Into the pads and the fielder. Oh, just bounces short. It's gonna be just a single. This is gonna be interesting if Warsi can in fact force a decider by taking game 2. Slow ball in. And that's a huge one. From the middle of the bat. Goes all the way, and Aniel tried just a single in the first ball. He's kind of redeemed himself with the big one. 23 required of 10. Second one is also going to go all the way. The dive coming in, a desperation one at that from the fielder in the outer ring. Not gonna matter, and it's 18 now of 11 balls. He's gonna let that go by. Yeah, that was a wide, way outside the off stump. This time around, he's gonna look to pitch it up full speed, and that's come out the middle of the bat. Long off just stands and watches it fly by into the crowd, and Aniel only needs the 11 now of 8 balls. Quick run up. It's gonna be another 6. Aniel finishing things off in style here as he needs 5 more runs of the 7 remaining balls. Into the pads, and okay, he survives for another ball. I think it might run down to the boundary, though it does. Scores are tied, and we have 6 balls remaining for Aniel to move through to the grand finale. Hit straight to point, and it's a catch taken. Surprise smiley from Aniel. Warsi refuses to tap out just yet. The wicket goes down, but he needs 5 more dot balls. It's going to come from over the wicket, and he finishes it off in style. It's another 6. Congratulations to Aniel. He is your champion for the ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals Pune Regional Qualifiers, taking down UKO7 Warsi 2-0. Big shout out to Warsi. What an amazing performance throughout the entire tournament, making it to the grand finals and putting up a show up against Aniel. Thank you so much for all the viewers who tuned in as well. We will be back again next weekend when the regional qualifiers moves on to Mumbai, where we will have the 3rd contender joining both Wargasm as well as Aniel in that grand finale. Thank you so much to all our sponsors: title sponsor Alienware, powered by Logitech G, associate sponsors Next Wave Multimedia and Kaspersky, GPU partner Galax, energy drink partner Monster Energy. I'm Shade Slayer signing off. See you folks next weekend. We'll be back again on Tuesday with more ILG Cup Season 3 online playoffs action for PUBG Mobile. Until then, goodbye and good night.
of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.